Okay, in this episode, we're going to dive into mindset versus motivation. Okay, this is so important as well as every episode seems to be. But in this episode, okay, we're going to be diving into mindset. And mindsets are really like, that ideology that shape your approach to things. And I mean, there are a couple of different mindsets, right? So it isn't just a good mindset or bad mindset. Really, if you look at it a bit deeper, and if you want to read a bit more about this, there's this really good book on this called Mindsets by Carol Dweck, and she dives into the difference between fixed mindset and a growth mindset. With anything that you are doing, right, and especially if you have faced failure before, or if it has been challenging for you all the way up till now, right, which is likely the case, right, then it is just likely that you have a fixed mindset because of all of that you've gone through. But I want to reassure you guys that, fixed and growth mindsets, all you need to do is start to become aware of them. And the minute that you are aware of them, you're able to switch and identify that, okay, that was a fixed mindset way of doing things. I'm going to go and switch towards the more growth mindset. So let me explain a little bit more here, okay? So if you have a fixed mindset, it means that, you approach things with very much like you view it as though like, you either are good at it or you're bad at it. You either have the traits for it, you either are successful or you're a failure, right? But if you view it from the growth mindset lens, right, it will be more like, okay, I haven't put in as much effort into this particular area of my life, hence I am, less developed in this particular area. But if I were to, sort of apply myself and just put in the work, that I will reap the benefit of that and I will be able to see the result, right? So in weight loss, in fat loss, in just this health journey that you're on, this, comes across so strongly. When people say, for example, that I'm just not an exercise person, that's a fixed mindset, right? When they say that, I just can't eat well, that is a fixed mindset. Instead, if they say that, I haven't been to the gym before, but I'm willing to learn, right? But I'm willing to try. I haven't, tracked my macros before, but I'm willing to give it a shot, right? Then they have a more growth mindset. And the truth is, when it comes down to this, like I mentioned just now, it's very easy to identify and make the switch once you know that there is a difference between these two mindsets. And when it comes to you reaching your goal, it is key that you hold on to a growth mindset in every single area of this program. Okay? The second thing I want to talk about is motivation. So this is a huge topic, and really, I'm not going to dive so deep into it, but I just want to put this across, right? That we're not relying on motivation here. What instead, right? And how I want to explain this to you guys is if you look at it this way, right? It isn't that, you are motivated and then you take the action and you get a result, right? Flip that on its head. It should be that, you take the action first. That leads to some result and that drives your motivation, right? So start off with the action, okay? That's gonna really be what builds momentum and be what gets you going and eventually leads to the motivation kicking in. But we're not striving and we're not starting off looking for motivation, okay? Because that's just the wrong way of doing things, and that just means we're never going to get started because most of us don't have motivation to begin with, right? But we always have the ability to take action, right? So how I would say it is that you don't have a motivation problem, you have an action taking problem. You have a problem, just taking action, okay? So if that's the case, it's a very easy problem to solve. Just take action, just do it. Stop thinking, just do it, okay? That's it for this episode.